So this just arrived in the mail. This is the Demoniacal Fit Martialist Forever. So this is the Demoniacal Fit new 3.0 Goku. This is what the box art looks like. Again, Demoniacal Fit always makes really cool box art. Makes their figures look like event exclusive. So let's see what this looks like outside of the box. Again, Martialist Forever. This one just came out. This is probably I just cut the box, but it's probably I think the second 3.0 version of Goku. So let's see what Demoniacal Fit's version looks like. Let's put this to the side. So this is what their figure comes with outside of the box. This is another flight stand, so it's actually two parts here. So looking at the figure contents first, so the box contents, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of hands, and then one extra thumbs up hand. So let's see what the figure looks like outside of the box. Well, Demoniacal Fit always does an amazing job, so I already know this figure is going to be good. So coming out of the box, just looking at it real quick, it already looks good, feels good in hand. So I'll put him to the side, and then we'll take a look at him in a second. I think that this figure has, I think they're calling it like new figure technology, or new figure mechanics. So we'll see what that's all about. So another thing that comes with it, like I said, is the flight stand. And there's a few different pieces here to get this out. So like I said, Demoniacal Fit always stacks their boxes with accessories. So if you're not familiar with a flight stand, I could put this together for you real quick. So this is Goku's symbol that comes on his gi. This little peg goes into this spot here. For some, it could be standard stuff. For others, if you're not familiar with the flight stick or flight stand, then we could just go through this real quick. So this part has 3 things that you could put together to open and close and put him inside. This part goes here. And then there's 3 different holes here. So it's all preference, whichever one you want, but the holes pop out going like inside, or actually they pop out going, yeah, they should pop out going this way. So kind of push this, there you go. So you push that in, this part comes out from the bottom part, and then you plug that in, and there's your flight stick. So you could put them in various poses, or if you have other figures, you could put them on this flight stand. So we'll put that to the side. Let's see what the box has inside here. So like I said, many different faces, and the figure to compare it to, we'll go ahead and go with I have the S-Row Goku here. So first we'll go over the hands. You have 2 open palm hands. Those look really good. To get them up close. Good detail. Demoniacal Fit always has really good detail, surprisingly. So here's the other 2 open palm hands. Those look good. And then we have the karate style fingers. Get a pair of those. Look at those. The nails, they put extra details on the nails here, but karate style hands. Then you have the instant transmission fingers. Those look pretty cool. And then the thumbs up. So this is interesting, and I'll show you why later on in the video. But I'm really glad that it came with that thumbs up. So let's go over the faces here. So here's a yelling face. That detail is sick. Like I said, I really like Demoniacal Fit. I've been a fan of them for a while. They always, or as of lately, they add like the eye lines. They paint the inside of the mouth really well. all the details look really sharp. So there's the yelling face. Here is the teeth gritting face. They kind of give him like a side smirk teeth gritting face, and the eyes are kind of like offset, so that looks cool. Look at that up close with the eye lines and things like that. The detail looks really good. And here's a smirking face. That looks good also. Again, this is the 3.0 Goku. Kong Studios made their 3.0 Goku. I have it here so we can make a comparison. And here's a Demoniacal fit. I know Tamashii Nation just came out with the Super Saiyan Goku, which is the 3.0. So the new wave is coming. So we'll start to see more of the 3.0 figures, because the first 3.0 figure was the Gohan, and I have him here also to do a comparison. So here's a smiling face, and that looks pretty cool. So real quick to do, well, before I get into the comparison of the faces, put those to the side. And then here's the serious look on Goku's face. So, all right, let's go over the figure. So looking at him, well, before we do that, I'm sorry. Let's look at the, I have the S-Row Goku faces here. So this is the S-Row Goku, right? And then doing it a side to side comparison. This is 2.0, this is 3.0, and I'll show you what the differences in the bodies are in a second. But here's the differences between the two head sculpts, so we can go over the differences in the faces real quick. So this new 3.0 head sculpt looks pretty solid. The skin tone is different. It's not like yellowish anymore. It's kind of like a flesh tone, and then obviously the details are better. So where's a serious face for S-Row actually? So here's the difference in the serious face. I mean, obviously this one looks like a lot more like Goku now, I would say. Really good there. And then the yelling faces, S-Row on the left, Martialist Forever on the right. We'll have to see what this face looks like on the figure, but just looking at the details so far, so way more lining in the eyes, and it just looks, I would say it looks more like Goku off the cartoon. So, and then since S-Row only comes with a few faces, here is the kind of like the smiling face. So this one actually the Tamashii Nations or SH Fig Arts actually looks, I think personally, a little bit better than this smiling face, but we'll see what it looks like on the figure. So those are the differences between the faces. Now we can get into the figure before I go over comparison. So like I said, in hand feels really solid. Looking up closely, we have, you know, this is like a blue plastic with a matte finish. This is a soft plastic here. The blue part's a little bit of harder plastic. The skin tone looks good. It looks like the 3.0 Gohan. And then in pants, there's not much shading on the figure. This is all just kind of like a orangish red plastic. And then to the boots is blue paint with a matte finish. Same with the shoes, and then the red. So going over articulation, you can look down that far, looks up about that far. The 3.0 figures really don't look up much, so shoulders go up about there. This is on a, so it's actually like Gohan. So it's actually a there's a ball peg that goes towards the shoulder, and then it goes let's see, it goes down into like his chest there. So that's what that looks like. Let's see how far he can reach towards his chest. That's really good to get some Kamehamehas in. Bicep swivel, solid. Double jointed elbow is good. These wrist pegs feel a lot better than, well, you know, they actually feel like SH Fig Arts. The Kong Goku, I'll show you the difference after I roll the comparison. So this is actually really solid. Let's see, the ab crunch goes down about that far. He can look up about that far. Waist swivel is good, nice and squeaky. We like that to be tight. Left and right head movement, he can tilt to the side that far is really good because he's on that 3.0 neck peg. And let's see, I think we get to the, like I said, the new technology. Well, we'll get there in a second. So he can do the splits all the way, and then, well, actually no, it actually feels the same. It's just really tight, so he cannot do the splits going that way, but that's okay. We got the thigh swivel, double jointed knee. This ankle rocker is really good. Up that far, and oh, this is really tight, so it makes it good for posing. And then the toe hinge, so articulation is great. This figure looks really good in hand. Now let's get down to some comparisons, and then I could do some hand and head swaps. So like I said, this is the 3.0 Goku from Demoniacal Fit. So we can go over height comparison. So he is the same height as this Gohan, which is the first 3.0 figure that came out. This is Superhero Gohan. I just put the, it's like a custom belt, and just to make him look like the Majin Buu Saga Gohan. So 3.0 is both the same there. And then here's his height scale to 2.0. He's just a little bit taller than the 2.0 Goku, which is great. And then we have the Kong Studios. So here's the Kong Studios Goku. And yeah, so the Kong Studios are always like slightly taller. See how his shoulders are a little bit higher. So Kong Studios slightly taller. Before we get to the other stuff, just in case we might want to think about doing a head swap here. Let's see what the pegs look like. Tight. Oh my gosh, that is tight. Hold on. Well, we can see this first then. So 3.0 neck peg, right? Versus Kong Studios 3.0, because it's a Super Saiyan 3. That won't work. So you will not be able to put this Kong neck peg inside there, and the skin tone doesn't match. So maybe you could customize it and then get you a 3.0 Goku all over again, but with the Demoniacal Fit body, if you wanted to. But one thing that is good, if I could get this peg to stay in here, see if I can. I'm gonna have to loosen this up because it's not coming out of his head. Hey, you know what? I have some pliers here. Gotta do this on camera because it's stuck in there. All right, so make sure this doesn't fly away. Let me get all this stuff out of the way for everyone here. Okay, so perfect. So you might have to warm yours up. Mine actually got stuck to the head sculpt, but let me put this face back on here. So this is what the pegs look like in the inside. Go into that slot there. And then put his hair back on, just like that. So again, looking at the head sculpt, looks really, really good. This actually looks like the Black Hole Studios Goku hair sculpt that it came with, but that one's still a 2.0 also. So again, the difference is this is the Kong Studios, like the wrist pegs are all like loose, versus the Demoniacal Fit. These ones feel nice and tight, and then they don't stick out as far as the, see, that one just fell off. So there's the difference between Kong Studios and Demoniacal Fit. So this is Kong, this is Demoniacal Fit. Also, the colors are a lot different. His gi goes down, the V cut goes down further, which is great. And then down to his boots. The Demoniacal fit boots are flatter, and his foot's actually bigger. Is it? Yeah, it's slightly bigger, so just makes for more balance. And there's no ridges, so that's great. The differences between the two. So that looks good. Now we'll show the neck pegs here. We have the 3.0 Gohan. So the neck pegs are the same on both Gohan and the 3.0 Goku, so which is great, and I'll show you why in a second after I get this 2.0. So this is the 2.0 Goku body that I put this Gohan face on. As you can see, I have plastic here so that it could fit in this hole. That's the only way that it would fit, because the hole on Goku's head obviously will not fit on this neck peg, so it won't go on, and his face looks all weird because the neck is thicker. So if you're thinking about head swaps there, that's what you'll have to deal with. The 3.0 neck is too thick for this 2.0 face, and this peg will not go in there. So with this Gohan being the same, let's see how this looks for a head swap. Oh, you know what? It's actually, the peg is slightly smaller, so it kind of slides in there, so it won't stay on per se, but you could get away with that to get a better Mystic Gohan, which was my plan to do with this figure. So that looks really good, like that. It stays on a lot better. It's kind of holding. There you go, like a little bit. So it does come off, but that's nothing you can't fix. And then if you're planning on, like I said, the 2.0, the peg is slightly smaller, 2.0, 3.0. So it's going to be hard to get a head swap unless you drill it like I do. And then here's a height comparison again without the heads on there. So so again, this is Demoniacal fit, Martialist forever. If you're thinking about picking this up, really good price. Let's do a little hand swap here. We could do some like blast hands, and I could put them in a pose before I close out. Well, actually, I'll put Goku in one pose, and then I'll show you why the thumbs up is great to have for this figure. Take this face out, and then put this face on. See if I get a kind of like a Kamehameha pose there. Kind of like that. That looks good, right? That looks pretty good. And then one more thing before I close out to give you an idea of if you want a Mystic Gohan with the thumb. Perfect. It came out the first time. I put this face here, and then you have his, oh, the rest peg came out. Work with me here. That's okay. I can pull this out real quick so I can show you guys why it's good that he came with a thumbs up. So when Gohan was about to fight Majin Buu, he hit him with that pose. So again, this is Martialist Forever, but you can also make him into a Mystic Gohan because he's a 3.0. He fits in scale with the rest of the SH Figuarts lines. He's a little bit smaller than the Kong Studios, so it's actually a good thing. Kong Studios are kind of tall. So if you find this video, or if you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to look out for my videos to come, go ahead and subscribe. Until then, thank you guys for watching.